I decided to invest my savings into Bitcoin. Crazy, but here's why it actually makes sense. Over my high school years, I've had a few jobs, working my way up, building my savings account, and eventually starting my own business. Especially young, I've been interested in small assets to invest my money in to build my long-term wealth. Because wealthy think in terms of decades, and others think in terms of years. Now look, I'm not some highly skilled Wall Street trader, I'm just an everyday investor. To really understand why Bitcoin even exists, we have to go back to 2008, the year the financial system almost collapsed. In 2008, the global economy was shaken by the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression. Banks were making reckless bets on risky mortgages, packing up loans that people really couldn't afford into so-called safe investments. When homeowners started defaulting, the whole system fell apart. Banks lost billions. Major institutions like Lehman Brothers went bankrupt, and millions of people every day lost their jobs, their homes, and their savings. Instead of letting those big banks take responsibility, the government bailed them out with taxpayer money. Ordinary people suffered while the very institutions that caused the crash were rescued. That moment exposed a fundamental flaw. Our entire financial system depends on trust in banks and governments. But those same players showed they could abuse that trust. And in the middle of the chaos, something new quietly appeared. In October of 2008, a mysterious figure or group named Satoshi Nakamoto published the Bitcoin white paper. It proposed a great idea: money that did not need banks or government at all. A system where people could send value directly to each other, peer to peer, without middlemen who could inflate, manipulate, or gamble with it. Even the very first block of Bitcoin, called the Genesis block, contained a hidden message. It quoted a headline from the London Times: "Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks." It wasn't an accident, it was a statement. Bitcoin was born as a direct response to the failures of 2008, a way to take back power from those banks. Now, in 2010, the first real transaction was made, famously by a programmer named Laszlo Hyenes, who paid 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas, which today makes it worth hundreds of millions. This showed that Bitcoin could be traded for goods just like any other currency. From 2011 to 2013, the price was climbing from just a few cents to over $1,000, and inspired more alternative coins to be made. Fast forward to 2017, Bitcoin surged up to $20,000, and waves of global hype started to hit. But as media coverage exploded, so did its volatility, and it became more unpredictable for its change in value. In 2020 to 2021 came the institutional adoption, and companies like Tesla, PayPal, and major hedge funds started investing into Bitcoin. It then reached an all-time high of $60,000, securing itself as digital gold. Today, it's recognized worldwide with ETFs, government discussions for adoption, and millions of current holders. Now, every time Bitcoin reaches an all-time high, there are those panic sellers who sell and lose their money. Now, all that means for me is I get to buy it at a cheaper price. Now, every year, those US dollars you've been saving up loses its buying power due to inflation. Around 2000, a McDonald's cheeseburger cost around $1. Today, that same cheeseburger is closer to $3 with the rate of inflation. In 5 more years, that same cheeseburger could be worth around 4 to 5 of those US dollars. That means those dollars you have are slowly buying you less food, less value, and less life. Bitcoin is designed differently. Only 21 million coins will ever exist. While the price is volatile, its long-term trend has shown a dramatic growth. Right now, 1 Bitcoin can get you around 20,000 McDonald's cheeseburgers. And in 5 years, it could be worth 30,000 cheeseburgers. Given the exponential growth in institutional trust, I've decided to take action and face the risk. I only really take a loss when I decide to give up and sell.